and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my sticker diary. You may know this, but if you don't, I own a sticker shop where I sell things for planners or sticker diaries, and I have a separate YouTube channel where I show how I'm doing my spreads and how to create what I'm going to show today. So if you're interested in subscribing to that channel, I will link it below. It's youtube.com/glamplanner, and my sticker shop is called Glam Planner. About 6 years ago, I started doing plan with me videos on this channel where I showed you how I was decorating my planner. And over time, over 5 years of owning a planner sticker shop, my own personal taste started to evolve more towards the scrapbook side of things. So it's actually not a planner anymore. I don't do to-do lists or anything like that. This, I would say, is a mix between the old sticker planning style and scrapbooking. So it is truly a diary style. I go back after the fact and write down what I did each day and add cute character stickers and all of that. Today, I'm going to be showing you what my own personal sticker diary looks like. Some of the spreads within this diary you can see tutorials on my Glam Planner channel, but many of these spreads have never been seen by you guys. Before I get started, I do want to thank the sponsor of this video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online community with thousands of inspiring classes for curious and creative people. This video is all about my own personal creative outlets, so Skillshare falls right in line with that. Skillshare offers creative classes that can help you stay inspired, express yourself, and introduce you to a community of millions. They have classes on photography, time management, productivity, music, crafts, illustration, and so much more. One class that I'm looking forward to taking this week is called Designing the Life You Want: 4 Exercises for Clarity and Motivation by Michelle B. I personally have been really particularly focused on time management and productivity classes lately. There's no ads, they're always adding new premium classes, and it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. Skillshare is hooking you guys up, and the first 1,000 people to click the link in my description will get a free trial of Skillshare premium membership, so definitely be in the first 1,000. Click that link and get your free trial. Check it out. Thank you so much, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video and sponsoring my own creative outlet. Now let's get on to the sticker diary. Okay, so this is the sticker diary that I'm going to be doing a flip through of, and she is so thick and full. Compared to the current one that I'm using that is not full yet, you can see just how wonderfully stuffed she is, which I love. So this was July of 2019 through June of 2020, and then I switched to the other one. The book itself is by Erin Condren, and it's actually a planner. However, I use it as a sticker diary, as I will show you, and I create kits that you can use as either decorative planning, like I used to, or as a sticker diary. First of all, we have the month at a glance spreads. Now, as I go through this, you can kind of ignore my month at a glance. I don't really do much with it. I do lay down the base kit, but I don't use it as much as I did when I was using it for planning. Back then, I did utilize my month at a glance a lot, but now it's just kind of like filler. And then this is the first like real spread. So this is what I call my sticker diary, and basically what it is there's a kit for each week, and it's themed for whatever theme you want to pick that week. And then I go through after the fact and write in exactly what I did each day. So this was obviously 4th of July, which I always love that 4th of July kicks off each planner because I just feel like it's a really fun spread. So this was my July 4th kit, and I did do a bunch of hollow sticker overlays on top to add lots and lots of foil excitement. I do have a picture of James down here, and I did try to add pictures of James in almost all of these spreads because I think that that really adds to the diary part of this. This is something that I can go through and look through in the future. I keep all of these books and just really remember like what my life was like in that week. I can remember exactly certain things that happened by looking at this that I maybe wouldn't remember otherwise, and I love having the pictures in there. So this one, like I said, was July 4th, and like I said, we do have a picture of James down there, which is so cute. I'm loving these hollow foil overlay stickers. This was just a really, really pretty collection. This is what this side looks like. So this week we were in Kingsport and we did a lot of pool days. So we watched Big Brother. We had a pool day this day. Oh, this was when LA was having those earthquakes. And I put them in here because they had earthquakes on back-to-back days. And oh, this was a day that Facebook was broken. I remember that. I was so frustrated. So there's just like a lot of little memories that I otherwise would not have remembered. James had his first haircut on this day. So yeah. Oh, and Jelly started working at Glam Planner on this day. She still works at Glam Planner. So, and then over here on the sidebar, I call this little area the sidebar. And I usually will put like a big memory of the week. So for this one, I put 4 years ago, Alex proposed, because he did propose over 4th of July weekend. So yeah, just really like looking back at these. So the next one is the first one that I did pop-up stickers. So these are called day extenders, and they just enable you to have like decorative stickers on top and then have more memories underneath, which I just think is really, really cute. So this was a combination of 2 different kits. One was called Tired as a Mother, and one was called, I don't remember what this pool one was called off the top of my head, but I combined 2. I'm pretty sure that I did a video showing laying this down, a plan with me video. So if you go to my Glam Planner channel, you can actually see me lay down every single part of this. I have a lot of plan with me videos. So for this one, we have, again, a little picture of James in the pool. And then we had, oh, Blair came into town. That's why I have like this brunette girl holding a baby. This is just so freaking cute, this collection. I love this. And then James had cow's milk for the first time. So I put that in because that was like a big thing. James and Blair had a sleepover on this night. I had blood work. Oh, James got his shots and I got blood drawn for something. I can't remember, but we had a doctor's appointment. And then on this side, oh, I remember this. We binged Stranger Things with my dad. So we were still in Kingsport during this week. James walked on the walker. This was before he could walk. And so he was like learning how to walk, which was really cute. Oh, I remember this day. We had a pool day and we had fireball shots. And I remember getting like really drunk off of that. And then we binged Black Mirror that night. So yeah, just really fun. James was teething this night. I'm already like remembering so many things that I haven't thought of in a while, just going through this with you guys. The next week, oh, this week was a doozy. Oh my goodness gracious. So I do have a plan with me on this. And if you want to watch this one, I actually do a whole story time about the week from hell, because this week was awful. So originally we had planned on taking the RV up to Wisconsin to see Alex's family. And we actually got about halfway there and all hell broke loose. Like everything that could go wrong did. I go into all the details in that video. So this is definitely one I would watch if you're interested in like a story time as I'm doing the spread. But anyway, we did make it halfway there. So I do have a picture of James right here. This was, we were eating at a Texas Roadhouse on the road and I got that picture there. And then, yeah, we just have, I mean, I picked this collection because it's like RV/travel themed and the colors just kind of like worked really well. So we were still in Kingsport on these days. I watched Parent Trap with Blair. James had, oh, okay, so this was like the start of the bad week. James had a fever on the day before we were meant to leave. And we were kind of like, is this a sign that we shouldn't be going? You know, we obviously don't want to travel if James is sick. And we ended up just going anyway. It was a big family reunion. We didn't want to miss it. This night, my grandmother Blah Blah made apple pie, and I have a sticker of this woman from Titanic. You know, it's been 84 years, that one. And I just thought that was cute to mark my grandmother. And then I guess there was a wasp in the house, and I have a sticker that's like, no, no. And then I guess I filmed till 4 a.m. I don't remember what I filmed. It was, I'm sure it was planner videos. And then, oh, I was binging Ghost Whisperer at this point. That is such a good show. I completely forgot about that. I watched all of it and it was so good. And then this night we left for Wisconsin. We stopped at the Texas Roadhouse, which is where we got this picture. We had an RV sleepover. Oh, I remember this too. I did a little shopping spree. I went to Office Depot, Michael's, Target, and I think I went to a few more places. So that was a fun day. So then we were on the road. So I have this like scene here of an RV with a blonde girl in front of it. This was a picture that I took out of our hotel room one night. It just shows how like empty everything was around us. And then I do have a little pop-up sticker here. And yeah, everything ended up going wrong on these days. I have Day from Hell, all sorts of stuff. You can definitely watch that video, but it involves going to urgent care. It involves Alex, something going wrong with Alex, something going wrong with the RV, something going wrong with James. It was just bonkers. And then we turned around on this day. We went back home because we just decided we literally, everything was going wrong to the point where we were like, this is a sign that we're not meant to go. So we turned around, we went home, and then yeah, we had like brunch and stuff, and I guess we watched The Lion King. Oh, we did watch The Lion King, which is why I think this might have been the new Lion King. Did it come out in 2019? But it might have been the first time that I saw it, so I did add a little Lion King sticker here to kind of celebrate watching The Lion King, and the colors worked really well with the rest of the spread. So that was this one. Definitely recommend watching this plan with me if you want a story time, because it was a crazy week. This was a mystery kit, and it was called Summer Boardwalk, and I actually ended up bringing it back, reformatted this current year, so a lot of people who aren't mystery kit subscribers were able to get it. If I do bring mystery kits back, it's only a year later, so signing up for the mystery kit is the best way to get mystery kits. So this one was a summer mystery kit from last year, and it's gorgeous. I did pick a picture of James where he's wearing a bright yellow shirt because the colors just work really well. We were again in Kingsport during this time. Oh, you know what? We actually hadn't bought our house yet when these spreads were happening. That's why we're in Kingsport for all of them. We were actually living in Kingsport while our California house was on the market and before we found a house to buy in Nashville. So we were definitely in limbo in this portion of our life, and it looks like it stormed. I worked a bunch, and then we had pool days over the weekends. Alex grilled sausages. Oh my gosh, middle of the night McDonald's. I remember that night. See, I feel like you just remember things that you'd never otherwise remember. Not memories that are super important, but it's still like really fun to look back and be like, I definitely remember that night. And I love this little accent sticker I have. It's like holding McDonald's. And just so excited. So, oh, on this day, James took his first steps. Oh my goodness, James started to walk on this day. What a good week. How fun. Yeah, and over here in the sidebar, I put James took his first steps as the little like week memory. So yeah, how fun. This day we had beer and Pals, which is like the best fast food restaurant ever. Blair used to work there, but it's like only in the Kingsport area, and oh, that must have been a really fun day. So then I have the August month at a glance. Again, I don't really do much with these spreads, so that was August. And then, oh, this was such a fun day. Okay, so this week my dad was invited to throw the opening pitch at a baseball game, and we were all so excited. We all went, my entire family. Here's a picture of me and James that I took at the baseball stadium, and we were just so excited. So I did this baseball theme, and I also mixed it with a Shark Week kit because it was Shark Week also, and I was planning on using the Shark Week kit, and then I ended up doing the Batter Up kit, which is the baseball kit, because it had this box here of a baseball guy with dad on his shirt, and I was like, how perfect is that, because dad is throwing the opening pitch. So we went to this, we were so excited, and it ended up getting rained out and he wasn't able to do it, which is so sad. We were there for so long because they kept pushing it back, and then ultimately he did not even get to throw it, which was really sad. But on this day I have baseball game with the family. Dad throws opening pitch, except not, because game was rained out. And then we went to La Carreta, which is a Mexican restaurant that night. And then on these days, oh, this was also when we were putting together our inventory room at Glam Planner in Kingsport. So we started building the inventory room on here, IKEA delivery. So yeah, oh my gosh, what a fun week. Next, we have this collection. This is from a different shop, and I do not know what the name of it was, but I just have that it was Jelly's first week at school, that it was such a hot week. Oh, I went to the oral surgeon with Alex to address something that happened during the week from hell that I talked about, the Desert Rose RV spread. And we did La Coretta again. I remember that. I remember going to La Coretta twice in like a few days. And then I put that the coffee maker was broken. I must have been really frustrated. Oh, and air conditioner was broken. Oh my gosh, I totally remember that. That was not a very good day because it was so hot. And then on this side, I put this little picture here and I said that Blah, my grandmother Blah, made noodles. She does homemade noodles and it was just a good memory. So I put like a little half picture in. And then also I have this picture of Alex making a weird contraption in the pool, like a little weird waterfall, because he always does things like that. So I guess on these days we had pool days and we had a summer sale at the shop. And yeah, I guess I was cramping on this day. I always write that in because it's always like the whole day kind of gets messed up if I'm cramping because it's so bad. Next, we have another mystery kit. This was called Sirens, and I believe it was June mystery of 2019, and I love it. I love the colors of this one. I love how like mysterious and ethereal it is. So I did do a bunch of foil overlays, which actually come with the mystery kit. So if you get the Mystery Luxe kit, it comes with all these like matching overlays that were formatted specifically for the boxes. Like this hand one has the stars that go like around the hand. And I love this picture of me and James. He decided he was gonna be the big spoon and he fell asleep like on top of my head. And I just thought it was so cute. So I put it in. So on this week, what exactly happened? Oh, it was Mom's birthday week, okay? So we went to Chili's on this day. We went to Texas Roadhouse on this day. That was like a big eating out. Oh, we finished organizing the inventory room. And then, ooh, here I have everything that could go wrong did in my feelings and sad night. I do not remember. Well, I should have put more details in, but sometimes I don't because I know that I might show it. And so sometimes I don't put specifics in, which actually isn't great because now I can't remember what happened on that day, which maybe is for the best because maybe it would make me sad if I remembered it. I don't know. And then on this day, Blair left to go back to Nashville. I guess she was visiting. I said, did nothing, felt terrible. Alex thought he saw a UFO. I don't know. I don't know about any of that. Oh, geez. Oh, I do have a pop-up here. Blah made meatloaf. Oh, I remember this because Alex ate all the meatloaf. He was so sick that night because he ate so much. And this was on Mom's, well, her birthday was this day, but I think we celebrated it this night. And yeah, we had birthday cake. And look, it says, Alex ate too much meatloaf. I knew it. Alex ate too much meatloaf and a little like, I ate too much sticker. So freaking cute. I feel like okay, so last summer, like the summer of 2019, which is where we are in this planner right now, I was having a lot of unexplained foot pain, and I think it all comes to a head like a couple spreads later, and I might have actually been starting to feel in a lot of pain on this week. I can't remember, but that might have been why I felt terrible and stuff. I don't know. But again, didn't put a lot of details in. This collection was called Tahiti Sweetie, and this is what I call a destination collection. Like, if you're going to somewhere that I have a destination kit for, that's incredible, but most people were not going to Tahiti. I had another collection released this year that was Bali themed. Like, most people were not planning on going to Bali, especially with coronavirus, but it's still fun to use collections and like feel like you're going somewhere tropical or wherever the destination is. So this one was Tahiti Sweetie, and I used another pop-up here. Oh, another picture of James. Look how special. Okay, first of all, you have baby James right there for the week. And then, oh, wait, why do I have James started to walk here? You know what? I feel like he took his first steps in the other spread, but maybe he started to actually walk in this spread. And then on this day, I had wine with Mom. I totally remember that night. We got really tipsy. And then on this day, I have that James walked and I had a backache, I guess. And then on this one, we have another little picture of James. How cute is that? And I did a long walk. James turned 14 months old. Oh, I remember I was binging Wendy Webb's books. She has so many good books, and I literally read all of them over this summer. Like, I was obsessed with them. So I have that I was reading Wendy Webb. And then this is this side of it. Gosh, I want to stay in an overwater bungalow so badly. So there was a huge storm on this day, and then we had spaghetti and blueberry cobbler. Oh, I remember this night. I watched the movie Summer School with Alex and Dad in the movie theater room. And then we had a pool day. Blah made dinner. And then the next day, Alex made fajitas. And then I have lots of pain, very emotional. That was definitely related to my foot. And I don't think I knew what was going on yet in this part of the summer. So, and then I went to CVS with Blah, my grandmother. So then we have September's month at a glance spread. And we became in contract on our house in Nashville on this day. So that was really exciting. It was Dad's birthday this month. And then, so I added a couple things in here that I can kind of remember, but again, don't really do a ton with these month at a glance spreads anymore. This collection was called Stargazer, and it's literally one of my best-selling collections to this day. I have had to restock this collection so many times. I do have a pop-up down here. So this day, I'm pretty sure that we were starting the process of buying our house. I do know that on this Monday, I started getting a lot of workup done on my feet. So I had x-rays done. I had lots of vials of blood taken at the doctor so they could try to figure out like what was wrong, because I could barely walk on my feet. It was really, really weird. And we couldn't figure out what it was. We thought maybe I'd broken something, or it was even discussed maybe I had like some weird arthritis forming in my feet. Turns out they could find nothing on the x-ray, so it definitely was not a break or even arthritis. They don't know what it was, but it went away, thank goodness. So on here I have James started to dance, and then RV trip to Nashville to see Blair. And here's a little picture of James. Look how cute. And then let's see. Oh, this week I ended up buying a Bowflex for myself. So once I knew my foot wasn't broken, I decided to start working out again, and maybe like that would help. I don't know. It was really painful at first, but I just didn't know what was going on, and the doctor gave me a clear. So I got a Bowflex, and I have that I did my first workout on it here. And then I have that I got good news. That was definitely house related. I'm pretty sure that that might have been that we were approved to buy the house that we ended up buying. And then I have James started singing Baby Shark. Oh my gosh. And then my lab work, my blood work came back on this day, and it was mostly normal. I was a little bit low in B12 and a little bit low in vitamin D. But otherwise, like nothing that was alarming that would make them think that anything was like wrong with me. And then on this half of the week, I interviewed a new girl for the shop, and we ended up hiring her. I did more workouts. I did a lot of videos. It says 4 videos, so I don't know how. I must have filmed 4 videos on that day. Oh, and then I remember I ended up doing a sleep study, because you guys know I've always had sleep issues, and honestly, like at this point in my life during these few weeks, I was feeling so bad. Like I honestly thought something was wrong with me. My foot hurt all the time. I could barely walk on it. I was getting no sleep. I did not know what was going on. So my doctor kind of did he checked everything. And one of the things that they wanted to do was a sleep study. So this was a home sleep study. So I went and I picked it up at the sleep clinic, and then I can't remember what night I did it. I feel like I did it after we got back from Nashville. So this weekend we ended up going to Nashville to look for our house, and we ended up staying with Blair so that we could look at a bunch of houses. We got cinnamon sugar pumpkin lattes, Dunkin' Donuts, we toured houses, and we put in an offer on the house that we ended up buying, and then we drove home. And here's a little picture of James in the car fast asleep. He's so cute. So this was a really exciting week. A lot happened, a lot of doctor's appointments, a lot of craziness, but also we found our dream home and we put in an offer, and it was really exciting. We put in an offer the day we saw our house, which is nuts because we had looked for so long. We had looked for like a year, and we had never put an offer in on another house. And we saw our house. We hadn't even walked in yet, and we looked at each other and we were like, this is our house. We just felt it. So exciting. We did that. Next, this collection was called Pumpkin Spice, I think. And I have a little sticker here that says 8 weeks until Halloween, and then that we signed for our house. There's this really, really cute picture of James. And so in this week, I have that I did my sleep study on this night. And then we're officially in contract with the house. We had our call with our bank. We signed our paperwork. We did all of that. I guess I had a Sephora order arrive because I have that here. And then we had a grasshopper in the kitchen. I remember that. It was huge. It was so big. And then I just designed collections, worked a little bit, prepped my releases. I guess Dad grilled burgers on this day. And there's a little grilling burger sticker. And then on this half of the week, Dad played piano all day. I remember that. He plays piano a lot, but he was like in a mood that day and literally played it the entire day. And then I just have that we have more house paperwork. We had the house inspection on this day. We made s'mores. Oh yeah, I did a little picture of our s'mores that night. Look how cute. And then we had pot roast for dinner this night. So that was the week that we were in contract. I really like this collection. It's very like moving into the fall weather type feeling with the colors and everything. This collection was called Cider Lane, and this was Dad's birthday week. So his birthday was on the 15th, and we decided to go out to a Greek restaurant. That's what he picked out of all the restaurants we could go to. I think it was called Mad Greek. And yeah, Mad Greek with the family. And this was a picture that I took of James at Mad Greek, the two of them together. Look how cute that hedgehog is too. Can we just talk about the hedgehog? So the first half of this week, I just worked a lot. Oh, James was scared of the helicopter. I don't know if you guys remember the drone video. I posted on Instagram back in the day. If you remember, then you are a close watcher. And then we did house paperwork. I had my appointment with the sleep doctor to go over my results, which basically were that I don't have whatever that breathing issue is. I cannot remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's the one where you have to use like the machine to breathe. I don't have that, thank goodness. So we did more workouts, design nights, pretty much just worked the first half of the week. And then the second half of the week, we did a bunch of things. So we did Mad Greek on this night. Oh, it was Friday the 13th and a full moon. I wrote that down. And then Blair came into town with a friend because we were going to do like fun things for Dad's birthday over the weekend. So on Saturday, we had a big brunch. We had mimosas. And then on the evening part, we drove to Pigeon Forge and we saw Dixie Stampede. So here's a picture of Dad's birthday cake. And there's a picture of the whole group of us at Dixie Stampede. It was really, really good. And then the next day for his actual birthday, we just had a big brunch again. So we had brunch 2 days in a row. That's a lot of brunch. I'm sure it was very delicious. And Dixie Stampede was really, really fun. That was a good time. The next week, this collection was called Conspiracy, and I did it on this week. I'm pretty sure because this was the week that everyone was planning on raiding Area 51, like it was all over social media and stuff. I decided to just celebrate weird things by using the conspiracy kit in my planner for this week. So this week I have a 6 weeks until Halloween sticker here, and James is wearing little Halloween pajamas, a little skeleton pajama, which the colors worked really well with this collection. So, oh my gosh, I love this box. It says morning coffee, but then like look at the little accent sticker. It's like a zombie holding up a hand, holding a coffee cup. I felt like that this morning. I felt that sticker deep in my soul. And then I just worked all day. I did errands the next day. Looks like I pulled a bunch of orders and stuff for the shop on these days. Oh, I remember this night. I went on a little shopping spree and I shopped at Everlane, Express, Carter's for James, and Nordstrom. That was a fun little shopping adventure. And then let's see. Oh, we did 500 packages to the post on this day with a coffee cup. So that must have been like a big work day. Yep, there it is. The Area 51 raid was planned to be on this day. And I'm pretty sure it didn't end up happening, right? The government was like, we will shoot you or something like that to people. But again, just thought it was a good use of this kit because this kit is really cute. And then I guess I woke up sick on this day, which I don't get sick very often, but it says runny nose, sore throat, and fever. Oh, I do remember this. Theraflu, chicken soup, and Gatorade. Because I remember when we first moved into our house, I was a little bit under the weather and I was drinking Theraflu. And then James turned 15 months old, still sick. bed early, and then James got sick. So here James is up all night with a fever. I have sneezing like Monstro. Monstro is the whale in Pinocchio, and then just snuggled James. So yeah, a little under the weather during the end of this week, but super fun kit. This collection was another mystery kit, and I think it was called Fall Fashionista. Drove to Nashville. James is feeling better. We did house paperwork over here, and then we took the RV to the shop. We had the second house inspection because they had to fix a few things, and then did some workouts, drove to Nashville, drove back home the same day. Oh, you know what? I was vlogging this week. So we did the house walkthrough. We ate at J. Alexander's, and we went to Target. And I was vlogging all of this, I remember. So if you go back on my channel to my house moving series, like when we were buying the house and all of that, that was this week. And then on this day, it looks like I uploaded a freak ton amount of videos, which is crazy. 3 videos I uploaded. And we had pizza night, and then, oh, this was fun. On this day, I went on a double date with some of my friends from high school. So that was fun. Alex and I went to a little double date, and then I have a couple pictures of James here. So I have one up here and then one in the sidebar. So cute, oh my gosh. And then the next one is October's month at a glance. I just have the Jelly's birthday was this one, Blah's birthday, we closed on the house. First night in the house was that day, and then Halloween down here. So this was totally a mistake, and I was so upset when this happened, but then I've just gotten over it, but then I kind of forgot because I'm like, oh, it's Thanksgiving all of a sudden, even though we're in October. What happened was I was filming a video on the Mean Girls collection for October 3rd because it's October 3rd, right, is Mean Girls Day. And I accidentally switched these weeks. So I accidentally filmed the Mean Girls collection on the week of Thanksgiving instead of on the week it was supposed to be. So then I just decided to use this week as Thanksgiving week. So we'll come back to Thanksgiving. This was the Mean Girls spread. And I did this specifically for October 3rd. This was the week that we closed on our house. And this is like the best collection ever. Like, I'm literally obsessed with it. It is so fun. And there are so many foil overlays with quotes. She doesn't even go here. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Whatever, I'm getting cheese fries. I'm a mouse, duh. Why are you so obsessed with me? You are like really pretty. So, oh my gosh, this is such a fun collection. And then underneath here, I have, I think this was just, oh, this was the day that we got the keys to our house and we officially closed. So that's super fun. And then here's a picture of James in the sidebar. So for this week, 4 weeks until Halloween, James wasn't feeling well. Oh, I remember this. Okay, so we were supposed to go to Nashville on this night for closing the following morning, but James wasn't feeling well. So we ended up not going. We were planning on leaving him with mom and dad anyway, and we were going to come back the same or the next day, but he wasn't feeling well, so we decided to stay. And then we got up at 4:30. I vlogged all of this. This is all in the video. And we ended up driving to Nashville the day of closing and getting there in the morning. We did the final house walkthrough. We got the keys, lots of paperwork. We ate at California Pizza Kitchen. Blair came to meet us for that, and we went furniture shopping, and I filmed all of this, and then we drove back to Kingsport. The next day was Blah's birthday, and I think we just did like a fun dinner in for that one. And then I scheduled a bunch of our utilities, electricity, water, and gas. We ate at Giuseppe's, which is a really good Italian restaurant in Kingsport. And then looks like we took hundreds of packages to the post. Oh, I remember this. So James all of a sudden decided on this night that he didn't like bath time anymore, which was new because he's always loved bath time. So it was really weird that all of a sudden he was just like a bath hater. It was intense enough that I literally wrote it down for that day. I remember that. And then we just did another workout on that day. Did some work. So that was Mean Girls, and then we'll come back to the Thanksgiving collection. So next I used this collection called Creepypasta, and this was a really fun week. This was the week that we actually moved into our new house, and I wanted to use Creepypasta because it was October and I had a lot of Halloween kits I wanted to use, but I also wanted to use my moving collection because I don't know when I'm gonna move again in the next ever. Like, we literally never want to move again, so I wanted to use that collection. So what I did is I used a ton of day extender stickers, and all of the underneath stickers are moving themed. So we have the moving boxes here. We have more moving boxes here. Underneath this big one, we have the moving house with the U-Haul in front and the sold sign. And under here, we have like getting the keys in front of the house. All of the underneath were moving to kind of like pull that in. And I just thought that that was really cool. I love making my spreads like really unique. I did do a video, I'm pretty sure, on this one as well. So this was moving week, 3 weeks until Halloween. This picture is so cute. And then James got 3 new teeth on this day. We pulled a bunch of orders, worked out. James had a doctor's appointment, just his like standard 15-month doctor's appointment. He got 4 shots and a flu, and then I also got a flu shot. It says flu shot for mama. And then moving begins on here. We were supposed to pick up the U-Haul on this night. I vlogged all of this too, but like no one showed up, so we got ghosted at the U-Haul place. And then the next morning we met with the movers. We cleared out our storage units in Kingsport. We had to rent a second truck because the U-Haul hadn't worked out, because Alex was gonna pull a U-Haul and the movers were gonna have a truck, but we ended up just renting a second moving truck. And then we packed the second truck at the house. We had a sleepover in the RV because we were gonna leave really early. Alex was like, why don't you and James just stay asleep and I'll get us started in the morning. That way we're not having to like wake James up early in the morning and move him to a new location and have him be really upset. So we actually slept in the RV in my parents' driveway so we could get started really early the next day. And then we woke up super early. We had coffee. We drove to Nashville, and that day I filmed the empty house tour, which I uploaded. And here's another picture of James. Super, super cute. And then down here I have movers unpack all day and night, and then it was the first night in our new house. And then we unpacked a bunch. We pretty much unpacked in 2 days. I did a vlog on it. I was so impressed with us that we did that, because I feel like it took us so long to unpack our California house. But anyway, we were also wedding planning when we were trying to unpack our California house, so it was just like a little bit crazy. I had an editing day on that day, and we watched Casper that night because this was Halloween time. And I love this sticker here. It's like before and after. It's just really cute. Like little details in these collections. It's just so cute. So that was creepypasta and moving combined. The next week, this is the second kit that wasn't by my shop. This was a Haunted Mansion themed kit. And this was also Jelly's birthday week. So I have a picture of me and Jelly here when we went to Disney World or Disneyland. It was the California one. And here's a picture of the Haunted Mansion that we took when we were there. So I just thought that that worked out really well. It made it cute. And then I do have the James picture, of course. That's the picture of me and Jelly. And then this is the picture of the actual Haunted Mansion that we took a picture of. And on this week, it says I just worked a bunch. 2 weeks until Halloween, internet was so slow. The house was appraised. Finally, the internet was turned on. I think I might have been working on a hotspot on that day. And then the October mystery kit shipped. Mom and Dad came to visit Nashville. We watched the Haunted Mansion movie this night to celebrate this kit, of course. It says long baby bath, so that must have been James was over his like I hate baths and had a long one and like enjoyed it that night. And then went to Target, starting to feel settled in. Don't know what this one means. Chaotic videos and new house. I do not know what that means. I think I was trying to film a planner video in my office upstairs, and I realized that that room was not going to be suitable for videos because it was in the middle of the house and you could literally hear everything. You could hear a little pitter patter of James' feet running around. You could hear Blair's dog barking, like just everything. It was just not a good place to film. I actually currently have my filming set up in my closet, which I know sounds a little weird, but it's so nice and quiet and tucked away in the corner of the house. It's wonderful. The next week, we ended up going up to Vermont for a family reunion on Alex's side, and we took the RV, we took the cats. It was a really, really fun trip. I can't remember what this collection was called, but this was another kind of like van RV camping type collection. Alex's parents have dogs that look like this one, so I thought that just like was really cute. This picture of James is so precious on this little tree swing. So cute. So I have the Halloween countdown. We had literally just settled into our house, so this was like a crazy trip. I feel like we we did not have anything in our lives situated. It was good anyway. So we deep cleaned the RV on this day. We packed, we left that night. We spent all day driving on this day. And then we arrived really late in Vermont on this day. We ended up going to the cabin where the family was staying. We got a hotel room mostly because we needed somewhere to park the RV because the cabin, there wasn't RV access to it. It was like really tucked back in the woods. I vlogged this too if you guys want to see all of this. This picture was Alex's childhood home. Like that's where he was raised, and it was so cool to see it, like to go and like see where he spent his childhood. It was just really cool. I don't know. I liked that a lot. And then this is the three of us on one of the Great Lakes. We spent the morning at the lake. Oh, this was a picture of the cabin that the rest of the family was staying in. And then we went home on that day. Again, I have a vlog of this whole thing if you guys want to see it. It's somewhere on this channel. And then we're moving into November, but not really because of the way the dates fall. This was actually Halloween week, so I used a Hocus Pocus inspired collection because, I mean, hello, it's like my favorite Halloween movie. This picture of James is precious. He's wearing a pumpkin onesie, and then also he was Baby Shark for Halloween, so there's a picture of him on Halloween being Baby Shark. On the sidebar, I have 4 weeks until Thanksgiving and 8 weeks until Christmas, and then the little Halloween countdown, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. This is Halloween. What we ended up doing is driving from Vermont to Kingsport because it was like on our way to Nashville, and we stayed the night there just to kind of break up the trip a little bit. So we drove all day that day, and then we arrived in Kingsport, and then we drove to Nashville the next day. And I put Arby there yet because it was just a really, really long drive. And then James and I woke up sick on this day, and I had more Theraflu. We watched Hocus Pocus on this night to celebrate the spread, of course. And I remember this, James threw an entire toilet paper roll in the toilet. So thank you very much for that, James. That was fun fishing it out. Next, we have the Nightmare Before Christmas themed collection. This one was called Nightmare. And it's another one like Mean Girls where there's a lot of like quotes and just like cool foil accents that you put over everything. And this picture of James is so precious. He's so cute. So this was 3 weeks until Thanksgiving and 7 weeks until Christmas. We unpacked more. Oh, we had the entire house baby proofed. We had a professional come out and baby proof our whole house because we were like, James was right at that age where he was getting into everything. But then also we were like, we want more babies. And we were thinking we were going to get pregnant like any minute. And we're still not pregnant, but we wanted more babies. And so we wanted to go ahead and have the house baby proofed. We watched Nightmare Before Christmas this night to celebrate the spread. And then we went to Target. Let's see, pretty much just worked. I put Blair moved in. She moved in to like stay with me for a while because Alex was going to go to LA and get some work done because his studio is still in LA. And then we watched the new Aladdin, Blair and I together, and it says sleepover with Blair here. She stayed with me and James just so we wouldn't be alone in our new house while Alex was gone because, you know, new houses are kind of scary before you get used to it. This spread was another mystery kit, and this one was called Pumpkin Babies. And I actually have 3 pictures of James in this one. So I just had a lot of pictures I couldn't choose. So we have this one of him in the leaves. And then we have this one of him sitting in the leaves, and then this one too. And on weeks where I don't have as much going on, like if I'm not traveling and I'm not doing like specific projects or whatever, if I'm just kind of working each day, I like to put more pictures in because I have less actual activities to put in each day. So it looks like I just worked at home. Blair was still sleeping over, and yeah, just had a nice work week, a nice enjoyable work week. Next, we have my Frozen themed collection. This was called Frozen, and this one has so many beautiful foil overlays. There's snowflakes, and they're so pretty over all of the boxes. This picture of James is so freaking cute. And then, oh yeah, you can really see the snowflakes there. So freaking pretty. So this week, James turned 17 months. We were counting down to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's going to be the next week. Mom and my grandmother Blah Blah visited Nashville, and Alex made tacos for everyone. And then we ended up leaving for Kingsport on this day, and we were in Kingsport for Thanksgiving. So I have that we watched Christmas in the Heartlands, which was such a good, like, feel-good Christmas movie. And I released some printable kits and pretty much just like had guests in town and then traveled and then worked a little bit. So that was another pretty easygoing week. I have house paperwork here. This was actually for our California house that we were selling. I think it was finally going into escrow on this day. So we started getting that process going, which was a relief because we were paying for 2 houses. We still had California and we had already bought our Nashville house. So we were really happy to get that sold. And then the next one is the December month at a glance spread. Then we have the Mean Girls spread, which got switched with the Thanksgiving spread. So I'm going to go back to Thanksgiving. This was called Thanksgiving, and it was last year's Thanksgiving kit. I do release a new one each year. The one for this year, I am so excited to use. It is so good, but I felt that way about this last year too. Like, I just love this. The color scheme is so good. So here I do have, of course, my picture of James, and then this is what the spread looks like. The quote here says, "Gather, gobble, wobble, shop." And then that one says, "Give thanks." So super cute. We were in Kingsport during this time. So on this day, we went to Target. We had Freddy's with mom and dad, which is like a burger place. Looks like I filmed videos on these days. And then Thanksgiving was this day. Oh, I remember this. I was cramping really badly on Thanksgiving. And I was just like, it was a rough day. I was wanting so badly to enjoy Thanksgiving, but cramping so badly that I was just like in a lot of pain and wanted to go to bed. And then we had a bunch of orders go on this day, which was Black Friday. And then over the weekend, mom and dad took Blah to Virginia. So I just spent the day with James. We watched Arthur Christmas that night, which is such a cute Christmas movie. And then I prepped for Cyber Monday on the Sunday. After that, I moved right into my Christmas kits because I knew I wanted Christmas kits all through December. So we had our Cyber Monday event here. It was 3 weeks until Christmas. This picture of James is so cute. This collection was called Gingerbread, and it was actually the #1 most voted back Christmas kit for this year. So I did bring this one back. There's another picture of James there. And you guys loved the gingerbread kit. So we had the Cyber Monday stuff. We watched Arthur Christmas again, which I know sounds a little crazy, but we watched it, just me and Alex, and then I wanted to watch it with Dad because he had never seen it, so we watched it with Dad. They were back from Virginia by this day. And then Alex left for Nashville. Oh, Jelly had strep throat. I remember that. I totally forgot. Alex left for Nashville on this day. He was going to go back and get some work done, and I was going to stay with James in Kingsport. James was super fussy that night. And then we watched Ralph Breaks the Internet, and it looks like I just did some videos and working on this day, and then some errands and stuff. So pretty easy going day. I'm assuming I was still in Kingsport during this time. Yeah, because if Alex went to Nashville by himself, I would have been still in Kingsport. Next, we have this collection, which I think was called Marion Bright, but I had another kit called Marion Bright, so I think this one was named something else, but I cannot remember the name off the top of my head. But I always like doing a bright Christmas kit just to kind of break up the traditional colors, and so this was my bright one. And I put "so in love," and I can't remember why. We must have just been having like a really lovey week. I have this cute picture of James here standing in front of some Christmas light up deer in my parents' yard. Alex came back from Nashville on Tuesday. We had a date night that night, and we watched the movie Crawl, which is like a scary alligator movie. It's really good if you haven't seen it. And then the next day, I guess I got eyelash extensions, brow tint, and brow shape. And then I worked that evening. Blair came into town. We had spicy pasta, which is one of her favorite meals. James got a haircut. We watched Beauty and the Beast. And then, oh, we had a game night on this night, Cards Against Humanity with the family. My mom got so into it. She was like determined to win. And we had hot chocolate. That was a really fun night. And then we put together presents. We had another family game night. We played One Night Ultimate Werewolf and What the Meme. Next, we have a collection called Christmas Village, and this was the second most popular voted back collection, so this one came back this year too. James turned 18 months old. We got a Christmas tree. We took James to meet Santa. I actually did a vlog on this week as well, so if you want to see this week in real time, you can check out the vlog. But yeah, here I have filmed a daily vlog on this day. So we took James to meet Santa. We ate some pizza at Italian Village, and then James was up all night teething. On this day, the Bradshaw box arrived. If you guys have ever watched my Vlogmas videos, it's the cookie box that arrives every year. And then that night we left for Wisconsin because we were spending Christmas with Alex's family. And then I have another cute little picture here of James. This is such a precious little picture. Look at him all fancy. And I also have this picture here of him meeting Santa. He wouldn't sit with Santa by himself, so I had to sit with him, but oh, he's so cute. So we wrapped a bunch of gifts this night. We had the Glam Planner holiday dinner. We took all the girls out to dinner and gave them their Christmas gifts. And then we left for Wisconsin on this day. We ended up having a bad experience at Pizza Hut. They basically just like forgot about us and we were there for an hour and a half and finally we just gave up and left. And then we stayed in a hotel that night because it's a 2-day drive, and then we drove the rest of the way the next day. We went to another pizza place with his family, and James had such a big temper tantrum that we had to leave with him. The rest of the family stayed there and ate their pizza, and Alex and I took him home because he was just, I think, probably just really worn out from the drive, but it was definitely memorable that we had like 2 bad pizza experiences in a row. And then he was actually really well behaved the rest of the trip. He was just, I think he was overly tired. And then on this day, I have that James played in the snow. So we were in Wisconsin. I have a picture of the snow. I did vlog this too if you want to see it, but the snow was up to our hips. It was incredible. And here's a little picture of James before we left on my parents' staircase in a little Christmas sweater. So I had to stick that in because it's such a cute picture. The next week was actual Christmas week, and this kit was called Christmas Wishes, and it has some really pretty like red foil overlays on top, really cute. And I love the 2 pictures that I have of James in this one. So this one is James and his little cousin, and then this one is James just wearing like a really cute sweater that my best friend Brittany gave him as a gift. I think she got it in Peru. And then let's see, we were in Wisconsin, we decorated the tree, we had family time, James played in the snow, we watched cartoons with some coffee. We did a white elephant gift exchange with his whole family on this day, and we watched Christmas Vacation. And then it was Christmas on this day, we opened gifts. A deer came to visit James and we had the Christmas feast. We played board games at night, and here's another cute little picture of James in his Christmas pajamas. And then the day after Christmas, we went back to Kingsport. We had the Boxing Day sale at the shop and I was cramping, and then horrible cramping the next day. And then we drove all day. We arrived in Kingsport. And I think we stayed in Kingsport for a few days just to spend a little bit of like after Christmas time with my family. So we had a family day that day. And that brings us to the end of the first half of this sticker diary. I was planning on filming a full flip through, but we have now been filming for over an hour already. So I think that I should split this up into 2 parts. If you guys would like to see the second half of the sticker diary, definitely let me know in a comment below. I would be more than happy to show you guys the rest of this sticker diary, but I do think that I should split it up because this is the longest video that I've shot for this channel in a very long time. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the first half of this sticker diary. Let me know what you think in a comment below. I would love to have you over on my Glam Planner YouTube channel and Facebook group if you guys are interested in learning more about this. But if you're just someone who just wants to see it and that's it, that's cool too. I hope you guys enjoyed this flip through. If you are still watching, you are awesome, because I'm pretty sure this video was quite long. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.